Alright, this afternoon I'm going to cover trigonomic identities. Now, first of all, we have to establish what a mathematical identity is. Okay. This here is a mathematical identity. You have 1/2 here and 0.5 here. They're exactly the same value. So, when you're doing a math problem, you can say, well, the answer is 1.5, or you can say the answer is 1.5, and they're exactly the same value. See what I mean? Now let's take it a little bit into algebra. We can say that x plus 5 and x minus 5 is exactly the same value as x squared minus 25. How do we know this? Well, this is the FOIL method. Do you remember when I talked about in Euclid Book 2 proposition number 11? Well, not 11, but it was another Euclid Book 2 proof. It's in Euclid Book 2, trust me, and I did a video on this not too long ago. Alright, we multiply out this FOIL method right here. We get x squared plus 5x minus 25. Well, 5x minus 5x is nothing. Alright? In other words, if you have 5 apples in a barrel and you take all of them out, there are no more apples left in the barrel. That's the way it works. Alright, so when we take away these 5x's here, we have x squared minus 25 equaling x squared minus 25. So, if you wanted to tell a person an answer to a math problem, you say, hey, the answer is x plus 5 and x minus 5. You could say that. Or you can say, hey, the answer is x squared minus 25. Whichever one you want to say is exactly correct. See what I mean? Now, how does this go into trigonomic identities? Okay. The cosecant of an angle, and I'm going to draw this here real quick. Maybe. Got my hand stuck. Believe that? Now, when I do this, at this point, this is not a 0. This is the Greek letter theta. Okay? So this angle is going to be called theta. Basically, we're giving a name to this angle. Alright. Now, this is the cosecant of this angle. This angle has sine, cosine, tangent, secant, cosecant, and cotangent. So, cosecant here, and I think I wrote that as cosine instead of cosecant, CSC. No, CSC, yeah, right. Let me write that again. Let's try that again. That's cosecant. CSC represents cosecant. So if you're going to try to find the cosecant of this, you can also try to find 1 divided by the sine. Okay? So if you find the sine of this angle, and you divide 1 by the sine of that angle, you're going to get the answer of the cosecant. So this here is going to have the same value as that there. They're exactly the same number. Okay? Now, how can we prove this? Okay, now we know that sine is opposite divided by hypotenuse. Well, you have the fraction 4/5 here. 4 divided by 5. This is the opposite side. This is the hypotenuse. Alright, so 1 divided by 4/5 is going to actually equal 5/4. Why is this 5/4? Because the cosecant of this angle is 5 divided by 4. It is actually hypotenuse divided by opposite. Well, 1 divided by 0.80 comes out to be 5/4. And you can do the math for yourself. Now, there has to be a part 2 to all this, and there probably will be a part 3 before it's all said and done, because of compound fraction, compound fractions we're going to be dealing with when we figure out the trig identity for tangent and cotangent. I will tell you more in a future video. Stay tuned.